boom was a period starting in the late 1970s and punctuated by the occasional recession in which the American economy grew substantially, but in which the vast majority of that growth went to the upper classes. In 1977, the top quintile, that's the top fifth, of American wage earners made 44% of all the money made in the US. The bottom quintile, this is back in 1977, made 4.2%. In 2006, the top quintile made 50.5%. The bottom quintile, 3.4%. So the boom mainly was a boom for rich people.
My boom culture never extended as far as you folks. And while I live in a perfectly viable neighborhood, I don't mean to be hyperbolic about where I live 20 blocks away from the other America that is not at all connected. And I've made, the grist for my mill has come from that 20 block, has made that 20 block journey from there to my computer. So the stuff that's interested me has always been apparent.
But then on the other hand, there's Bret Easton Ellis, who, I mean, if ever there was a sort of an example of like, the court jester legitimizing the very thing that he parodies, it must be Bret Ellis, whose novels I don't read, but I like their existence because I guess people talk about them, but I find them, unreadable in and of themselves. But I think it was, I'm totally drunk. Who wrote Gender Trouble? Judith Butler. Judith Butler pointed out that parody is the ultimate impotent, or not parody, but satire is the ultimate, impotent complaint against capitalism.
White people are like, what, 70% of the American population. White people are like 60% of the bottom quintile. So they're underrepresented. Black people are overrepresented at the bottom and underrepresented at the top. So we get there's ongoing racism, but the majority of poor people today in the US are white. They're not the victims of racism. They are not the victims of slavery in race-based slavery in that model. They're not the victims of sexism as such. They're the victims of capitalism. And in fact, everybody wants to talk about everything except capitalism.
But that's really what we're talking about, because we're talking about publishing, marketing, gatekeepers, and HBO.